Happiness looks simple for most people. Something good happens. They feel good. They enjoy it. They move on. But for you, it has never worked that way. Something good happens, and your mind immediately starts analyzing it, questioning it, finding the complexity beneath it, wondering how long it will last, noticing what is still missing even inside the good moment. You've probably spent years wondering why happiness feels so much harder for you than it seems to be for everyone else. Why you cannot simply enjoy things the way other people do. Why your mind will not let you rest inside a good moment without immediately moving somewhere else. Today we are going to answer that because there is a real psychological reason why deep thinkers struggle with happiness. And it is not a flaw. It is a specific cause of the kind of mind you carry. Stay till the end, because the last point is the one that finally makes sense of all of it. Let's begin. Point number 1. Your mind finds a complexity in everything, including good moments. Most people experience a good moment and simply feel it. You experience a good moment, and your mind immediately starts working. You notice the imperfections inside it. You think about how temporary it is. You feel the gap between this moment and how good it could theoretically be. You wonder if you truly deserve it. This is not pessimism. This is not ingratitude. This is what happens when a mind that is wired for depth encounters something simple. It cannot leave it simple. It has to go deeper. Find the layers. Find the complexity. Find the question underneath the answer. Psychologists call this the complexity bias of highly intelligent minds, the tendency to automatically add depth and nuance to experiences that most people process at face value. And while this makes you extraordinarily insightful in almost every area of life, it makes simple happiness genuinely difficult, because happiness in its purest form requires a kind of simplicity, a kind of presence, a willingness to just be in the moment without analyzing it. And your mind finds that almost impossible. Point number 2, you are always several steps ahead, which means you are rarely here. Here is something that might describe you perfectly. You are in a good moment, a moment that objectively has everything it needs to make you happy. But your mind is already somewhere else, already thinking about what comes next, already anticipating the problem that might follow this good thing, already planning, already processing, already 10 steps ahead of where your body actually is. Deep thinkers live in a state of chronic mental anticipation. Your mind is always in the future or the past, rarely fully in the present. And happiness, real happiness, only exists in the present. This is not something you choose. Your mind was built to think ahead, to anticipate, to prepare. Those are the very things that make you capable and perceptive and insightful. But they come at a cost. And the cost is the present moment, the only place happiness actually lives. Point number 3. You know too much to be comfortable with simple answers. Most people find comfort in simple explanations, simple beliefs, simple narratives about how life works. But you have thought about everything too deeply to accept simple answers. You have seen the complexity beneath every belief, the contradiction beneath every certainty, the fragility beneath every comfortable illusion. And while this gives you a genuinely sophisticated understanding of the world, it also removes many of the things that make ordinary life feel safe and comfortable and good, the comfortable illusions, the simple pleasures, the uncomplicated joy. Philosopher Albert Camus called this the burden of consciousness. The more clearly and deeply a mind sees reality, the harder it becomes to find simple contentment within it. You are not cynical. You are not broken. You are simply someone whose mind has gone too far into the truth to find easy comfort in the surface anymore. Point number 4. You hold yourself to standards nobody around you can see. You set a goal. You reach it. And instead of feeling happy, you feel the gap between what you achieved and what you know it could have been. You produce something. Others tell you it is remarkable, and all you can see are the ways it falls short of the version that exists in your mind, the perfect version, the version you know is possible even if you have not reached it yet. Deep thinkers carry an internal standard that is completely invisible to everyone around them, and that standard is always slightly beyond what they have achieved, always one step further than where they are. This is not perfectionism in the simple sense. This is a specific experience of a mind that can always see further than it has gone, that can always imagine better than it has done. And living with that gap between what is and what your mind knows could be is one of the quietest and most consistent sources of unhappiness in deeply intelligent people. Point number 5. You cannot turn your mind off. Even when life is good, everything is fine, nothing is wrong, and yet your mind is running, processing, analyzing, replaying, planning, questioning. Even in moments that should feel peaceful, your mind finds something to work on, some problem to solve, some question to sit with, some complexity to explore. Most people can simply rest, simply be, simply enjoy the quiet without their mind filling it immediately with something to think about. For deep thinkers, that kind of rest is genuinely rare. And the exhausting part is that this happens even when life is good, even when there is no problem to solve. Your mind creates the complexity if the environment does not provide it, because a deep mind needs stimulation the way a body needs food. And in the absence of genuine complexity, it will find or create its own. This means that even in objectively good periods of life, there is an underlying restlessness, a quiet inability to simply settle into the goodness of things. And that restlessness is one of the deepest reasons why happiness feels like something you are always approaching but never quite arriving at. So let us bring this together. Your mind finds complexity in every good moment. You are always several steps ahead of the present. You know too much to find comfort in simple answers. You hold yourself to standards nobody else can see, and your mind cannot switch off even when life is good. These are not character flaws. They are not things to fix or overcome or be ashamed of. They are the specific and very real cost of carrying a mind that goes deeper than most. And here is what I want you to take from this video. Simple happiness was never going to be your version of happiness. Your version is richer than that, more complex, more hard-won, more meaningful when it comes. You are not broken because happiness does not come easily. You are someone whose depth requires a different kind of happiness than the world usually talks about, and finding that version is worth everything. If this video finally explains something you have felt for a long time, leave a like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need to hear this. And subscribe to InnerIQ, because this is exactly what we do here. We decode the minds that the world never took the time to understand. Which point felt most like your own experience? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. See you in the next one.